Om Shanti, 29th January, Baapdada Avyakt Murli. Revised date 2nd December 1993. In the essence, Baba says, in order to be number one, become an embodiment of virtues, a great donor who donates virtues. In order to be number one, become an embodiment of virtues, a great donor who donates virtues. Today, the unlimited mother and father are looking at the special children in all four directions. What specialities are seen? Which children are constantly knowledgeable? Which children have claimed a right to the unchangeable kingdom of self-sovereignty, are constantly free from obstacles, constant yogis, and constantly great donors? Only a handful of souls out of multi-millions have become such special souls. You have all become knowledgeable yogis and great donors, but only a few have become these constantly. Those who are unending, unchangeable, and constant can become the victorious jewels of the rosary of victory. At the confluence age, Baapdada gives every children the blessing of remaining unchangeable and constant. But they become number-wise in constantly imbibing these blessings in their lives. The easiest way to become number one is to become a constantly great donor. To be a constantly great donor means to be a constant easy server, because only those who are easy can be constant. To be a constant server means to be a constantly great donor. You are the children of the bestower. You are the elevated souls who are full of all treasures. The sign of being full is to be constantly great donor. You are not able to stay without donating for even a second. Many devotee souls have also become donor souls from the copper age. But no matter how great they are in donating, they have not become donors of the unlimited treasures. They become donors of perishable treasures and things. At the confluence age, you elevated souls become unending and constantly great donors. Ask yourself, are you constantly a great donor? Or are you a donor according to the time? Or are you a donor according to the chances you receive? Constantly, great donors remain busy all the time in donating three ways. The first donation is that of giving powers with the mind. The second donation is that of giving knowledge with words, and the third donation is that of virtues with actions. Those who give these three types of donations can easily become great donors. However, the result is that the majority of you continues to donate knowledge with words, and you donate powers with your mind according to your capacity. But there are very few who donate virtues with actions. At the present time, both type of souls, whether non-jnani or Brahmins, have a need of the donation of virtues. At the present time, especially intensify this method for yourself and also for the Brahmin family. These divine virtues are the most elevated Prabhu Prasad, holy food blessed by God. So now distribute the prasad, holy food, a great deal. When you meet someone, the sign of your love for others is that you offer that one some toli. You all like toli, do you not? In the same way, feed one another the toli of virtues. By using this method, the aim of the conference age, which is that of an angel becoming a deity, will easily be revealed in everyone. Constantly keep this practice in your awareness. I, a child of the bestower, am a constantly great donor. You have to donate a non-jnani souls and Brahmin soul. But Brahmin souls already have knowledge anyway, and so you can become donors in two ways. Point number one, give whatever power a soul needs with your mind. That is, donate the power to them. That is, give them cooperation with a pure attitude and through vibrations. Point number two, constantly be an embodiment of virtues with your actions in your practical life. Become a visible sample and easily give others cooperation by donating virtues to them. This is the donation as the donation of virtues. To donate means to cooperate because nowadays, instead of listening, Brahmin soul wish to see some practical proof. Whenever you give anyone guidance to imbibe power within himself or to imbibe virtues, then some have the thought within their hearts, and some even say, who has become such an embodiment of virtues? They wish to see the practical proof of that. They don't just want to hear something. You say to one another, who has become this? We have seen everyone. When something comes up, you say, well, no one has become this as yet. Everything is okay. However, these are words of carelessness. They are not accurate words. What is accurate? To follow Father Brahma. Father Brahma constantly considered himself to be an instrument example, and he made this aim a constantly practical qualification. Whoever takes on the responsibility is Arjuna, that is, those who make themselves the instruments to become the practical proof are called Arjuna. That is, they become number one. If you wish to follow the Father, you will not become number one by looking at others. Instead, you will be number wise. The sign of a number one soul is that he will consider himself to be an instrument in every elevated task, to be a sample in order to make it simple for others, to look at someone else, whether senior, junior, or equal to you, even to look at another one and think, when that one becomes this, I will become this. Then that one has already become number one. You automatically then come in the list of those who are number wise. So, a constantly great donor keeps himself busy at every second in donating in any one of these three ways. He is constantly engaged in doing service according to the time. He does not have any time to listen to or see anything wasteful. So have you become such great donors? Now underline this. Have you become constant? If whilst being a bestower there is a break again and again, then that which is broken cannot be called complete. So, at the present time, you need to become bestowers of virtues by performing a special action. Let each of you think you constantly have to perform the special task of becoming an embodiment of virtues and make others into embodiments too. So, let each one of you consider yourself to be a number one instrument. To use this method in order to finish any weakness in yourself and others and to continue to move forward. You have a lot of knowledge, but now let the virtues emerge. Be an example of becoming full of all virtues. and also make others this. Acha. To the constant yogi souls, to the souls who are constantly the embodiment of all virtues, to the special souls who are great donors and cooperative souls at every second and in every thought, to those who become samples in being elevated and are simple example to inspire others, to those who consider themselves to be number one instruments and who give the practical proof of that, to the souls who are similar to the Father, love, remembrance, and namaste from the Baapdada. The spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says good morning, namaste, namaste, namaste. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Dadi Janki arrived in Madhuban after her tour of Australia, Singapore, and Malaysia, etc. Everyone's remembrance has reached there. The children from all four directions are constantly in front of the Father. The practical proof of this is that whenever you remember the Father, you experience Him to be close to you and with you. You say Baba with your heart, and the Comforter of heart becomes present in front of you. This is why it is said that the Lord is present in front of you. He is ever present in front of you. Wherever you are, whoever you are with, He becomes present in front of everyone. This is why the Lord is ever present in front of you. People cannot understand this system of love. Only Brahmin souls know this. Those who have experienced this know of this experience. All of you special souls are combined anyway, are you not? You cannot be separated. People say, wherever I look, I only see you. Whereas you say, whatever I do, wherever I go, the Father is with me. That is, wherever I go, you are there. Just as your task is with you, so too, the one who inspired you to perform the task is also constantly with you. This is why he is remembered as Karan Karavan Har. So you are combined, are you not? The one who does and the one who inspires. So what is the stage of all of you? It is combined? It is not. The one who inspired is constantly with the one who does. The one who inspired is not separated from you. This is known as the combined stage. All of you are playing your very good parts of being samples in front of other souls and making it simple for them. It feels like that, does it not? To make that which is difficult easy to follow the Father, it is like this, is it not? You play a good part, did you not? Wherever special actors are, they cannot stay without playing special parts. This is fixed in the drama. Acha. It is very good to tour around. You toured around and then came back to your sweet home. A tour of doing service is a special tour for giving a special zeal and enthusiasm to other souls. Everything is all right, is it not? Everything is good. The destiny of the drama definitely pulls you. Even if you want to stay here, if it is not in the drama, what can you do? Even if you think about it, you still have to go. It is destined in the destiny of service and it enables its own task to be carried out. The system is of coming and going. Acha. The gathering is good. Personal meeting with Avyakt Baapdada. Point number 1. In order to experience God's love, be detached from the waves of sorrow. At the confluence age, Baapdada has given you many treasures, and of all of these treasures, the most elevated treasure of all is the treasure of constant happiness. So, This treasure of happiness always stays with you, does it not? No matter what situations come, your happiness cannot leave. When a situation of any waves of sorrow comes, do you remain happy even then, or are there some waves? This is because you are at the confluence age, are you not? So, on one side is the land of sorrow, and on the other side is the land of happiness. So, some situations of wave of sorrow will come in front of you, but those waves of sorrow must not cause you any sorrow inside. For instance, in the hot season, there will be hot weather, but it is up to you to protect yourself. So, you will hear of situations of sorrow, but do not let them influence your heart. This is why it is said, be detached and loved by God. Only when you are detached from waves of sorrow will you be loved by God. To the extent that you are detached, you will accordingly be loved. Check yourself to see how detached you are. To the extent that you are detached, you will accordingly easily continue to experience God's love. So, daily check how detached and how loved you are, because this is God's love and it cannot be received in any other age. However much you want to receive, it can only be received now. If not now, then it can never be received at any other time, and you receive God's love for such a short time. So, you have to experience a lot in a short time. So, are you doing that? People of the world spend so much time and wealth in order to experience happiness, whereas you have easily received the treasure of imperishable happiness. Did you spend anything? What else is there that you would spend in front of happiness? So, continue to sing these songs of happiness. I have attained what I wanted to. You have attained it, have you not? When you receive something, you dance in happiness. Continue to share this happiness with others. The more you share, the more it increases, because to share means to increase. Let anyone who comes into connection with you experience your being happy because you have elevated attainments. People in the world have sorrow all the time, whereas you have happiness all the time. To give happiness to someone who is unhappy is the greatest of all charity. So, you have all of you become free from obstacle and are flying ahead, or do little obstacles stop you? It is the duty of obstacles to come, and it is your duty to become victorious. Since the obstacles are doing their work so well, your master almighty authority must also remain constantly successful in your task of being victorious. Always remember, we are souls who are destroyers of obstacles. You experience in a practical way the memorial of being a best destroyer of obstacles, do you not? Acha. Point number 2. In order to make your stage unshakable, remember your title of a Master Almighty Authority. Do you experience yourself to be always full of all treasures? That is, to be souls who are always full? The sign of those who are full is that they remain unshakable, they do not fluctuate. To the extent that something is empty, there will accordingly be that much upheaval. Any type of upheaval, whether of thought, words, relationship, or connections, if there is any type of upheaval, it shows that you are not full of all treasures. Be unshakable in your thought and even in your dreams. The more you remain aware that your form of Master Almighty Authority has emerged, the more this upheaval will become merged. Let the awareness of being a Master Almighty Authority emerge in a practical way, just as the occupation of your body remains engaged. It doesn't become merged. In the same way, Let the occupation of Brahmin life remain immersed. So check. Does it remain immersed or does it become merged? When it remains immersed, the sign of that is you will feel intoxication in every action you perform, and others will experience you to be powerful souls. This is called being unshakable and beyond upheaval. Achal Ghar, home of stability, is your memorial. So, always remember your occupation. I am a master almighty authority because all souls are nowadays extremely weak and weak souls need power. Who will give them power? Those who are master almighty authorities themselves, the ones with all powers. When you meet other souls, what things do they share with you? They only tell you about their weaknesses, do they not? They are unable to do what they really want to do. And so the result of this is that they are weak, whereas you put into practice whatever thoughts you have. So, the sign of Master Almighty authorities is that their thoughts and their actions will be the same. It would not be that they have the very elevated thoughts, but when it comes to performing action, they are unable to have those elevated thoughts. This is not called being a master almighty authority. So check. Are the elevated thoughts you have also put into practice, or are you unable to do that? The sign of a master of almighty authority is that whenever a particular power is needed, that power is used at that time. Or is it that it comes a little later, after you have invoked it? Is it that it is remembered after that situation has passed? It shouldn't have been like that, but like this. This means it was not used at the time of need. Just as your physical organs are able to follow your orders, you can use your hands when and however you want. In the same way, let these subtle powers be so much under your control that you are able to use whatever power you want when you want. So, do you have such controlling power? You don't think, I didn't want to do that, but it happened. Do you? So, constantly check your controlling power and continue to become powerful. Or are all of you in this flying stage? Or are some of you in the ascending stage and others in the flying stage? Or is it sometimes the flying stage, sometimes the ascending stage, and sometimes the stage of simply walking? Does it keep changing or is it moving forward constantly? When any obstacle comes, how long does it take you to become victorious? Does it take time? This is because you are knowledgeful, are you not? You also have knowledge of the obstacles. When you use your power of knowledge, the obstacle will not attack you, but will be defeated. This is called being a master almighty authority. So, this occupation must emerge at Amrit Vela, and then you have to check throughout the day. Acha. Blessing. May you be a conqueror of obstacles and marry your complete stage. That is, attain your complete stage by wearing your armor of the power of tolerance. May you be a conqueror of obstacles and marry your complete stage. That is, attain your complete stage by wearing your armor of the power of tolerance. Explanation. In order to marry, that is, to attain your complete stage, renounce any childish game of carelessness and become strong with the power of tolerance. The power of tolerance is the armor with which to protect yourself from all obstacles. When you do not wear this armor, you become delicate. You then tell the Father the things He has told you. Sometimes you have a lot of zeal and enthusiasm, and at other times you become disheartened. Now, leave this ladder of climbing up and down and constantly have zeal and enthusiasm, and your complete stage will then come close to you. Slogan: to have mercy on many souls with the power of remembrance and service is to be merciful. To have mercy on many souls with the powers of remembrance and service is to be merciful. Acha. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.